Hey guys, welcome back to Survival Records. And I don't know if you caught it at the end of the last episode or not, but after having dealt with that second Reaver attack, when it came out and just, I wasn't moving around in a ship, it just got within 2 kilometers and came after me. I lured it away towards an assert ship. The assert ship handily defeated it because it drew in a bunch of high-power drones and, I had also wasted all of its ammo, so it wasn't likely to, it wasn't doing any damage to those opponents. But, point being, after I did that, I then had a drone problem to deal with myself. They followed me back here. A couple of them ended up getting shot by the turrets on the back of the sled here, but thankfully I was able to deal with them with my grinder. Which makes me think I really ought to work on defensive turrets, right? And so my thought for those was to work on this conveyor line, get it so that it runs along the ceiling and around, and somewhere up here in the ceiling I'm going to have there be a main hub, a main junction point where lines can go off in different directions through the asteroid, dig tunnels up and down, and just have it be so that the exterior of the asteroid has turrets just spotted all over the place. So that means a couple of different things. One, I'm going to want to find locations where turrets could fit well, and I'm wondering if that would be someplace like on a protrusion. So like if the turret was here, that way it could fire down at things better. Or if it was down here in a little recess, it would only be able to fire on things it could see, but it would be protected from shots coming in at the side. So I got to decide on that. Something else that I need to decide on is the name of our welding ship. If you haven't seen it, I've got a few polls running at the moment. It looks like I'm currently posting the second poll, narrowing down the names. So go ahead and check those out. Vote for the name you like the most, and we'll get that started. Flying in here, I'm seeing that I had some other projects I was working on, including getting a staircase down. And I had thought that I was going to leave like the front of this first floor wide open, but I probably don't need to have it completely wide open. I could have just one side of it open, and like one side of it be more administrative. I'm wondering if a set of stairs going down here would be a good idea. Although I don't know, I guess I do still like the idea of the stairs being here. Let me do that first. While I get everything else set, I'll design the staircase down, and then work on finishing off this floor so that I have at least the basement level of the base airtight and ready to go. Alright, well, I've changed my mind. Only slightly. I'm going to build a elevator that can take me down to this floor, and then up to the next floor above. You know, in case I ever run out of hydrogen or whatever. Seems pertinent. And I'm gonna do a really basic one using pistons. But if I have one piston that extends to this level, gets the floor here, and then drops down, and I can continue along the walkway idea so that, you know, there's, it doesn't have to retract all the way to the floor. I can then have it extend one piston to get me up to here, and then extend the other piston to get me all the way up here. So I just need to have two pistons, which means doing a little bit of digging, I think. Yeah. Let me grab a here we go. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, well, here's a quick little setup on how to drill out a hole. Took me longer to figure this out than I wanted to, but hit F9. Make sure you got that going, and there we go. Now this is so that I can reverse. Alright. Here we go. And yeah, it's a little silly that I have to go through all this effort just so I can get the pistons placed underneath the floor so that I can get the elevator to work. But, you know, I don't feel like doing a more complicated elevator right now. Alright. So, yeah, let's get this all demolished again and design an elevator. Alright, so 3 pistons, and that'll get it so I can have everything retracted down to a minimum set distance, and so when it's all bottomed out, I'll have a platform right here that'll let me walk over this way, and then maybe head down in here. And I just have to fill this in and wall it in, and so that this whole area down here becomes airtight. Yeah. Alright, let's give this a try. Easy way to do it like this, I guess. Well, with nothing else going on, it does seem to pass by
Energy
that
low.
spot easy enough. Like, there's no claying or anything. Alright. Alright, I think this will work. Well, I'm sure I'm going to have to figure out something to do with timer blocks and the logic of how to get this all to work, but for right now, I'd say that's working pretty well. Figuring out how to get it up to the 3rd floor, and I'll figure that out in the future, but for now, at least, it gives me a layout for where I'm going to place the flooring for in here. So let's get to that, and then we'll weld it up. that hardly took any time at all. Like, at the speed that build and repair thing was going at, I could have gotten this done well within that time frame. So, I'm going to go ahead and park back up. Come on. There we go. Let's turn off that. I don't know why it's saying that there are 2 on and 2 off now. It's probably confused. But what I can do now is go into the control panel on these guys, go into custom data, and set this back down to just 1 of each. And then on the other one, set it back to 0. And now they should, yeah, stuff's being pulled back. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out where my fly-through is to get down here easily. So here we've got all these spare interior plates and components, but yeah, that's what I figured. Because I've got the auto disassembling, it's making iron ingots back out of those excess pieces. I think. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that. Anyway. I guess I got another thing to consider here. What do how do I want to finish this off? I'm going to work on having a fly-through, excuse me, a fly-through to get in and out of the basement quickly. Probably right here. Might be easiest to do like a glass panel type thing. I don't know, I'll figure it out. So yeah, let's finish that off. It's kind of a basic shape for right now, but you know, that clearly demarks it as a location to go up and down. And the elevator still works. I've got the glass front here. I still need to get the gravity generator repositioned. That's clearly not the permanent home of it. But since it makes a box, probably first level of the second story. Well, I don't know. First floor is maybe what's below here. Second story, second floor up here. Yeah, either way. What was that? That was a green thing there. Needs a couple of specs left. Okay. So I am now in a position where I need to work on the next thing. So I have the welding ship built up, quite happy with it. And now, still haven't finished the sled greebling, but I'm putting it off. I don't know, it takes a long time to greeble to make it look good, and I like, you know, being able to record things that you guys enjoy watching. I suppose the factory is also effectively done. I have a high-tier assembler and 2 high-tier refineries. They are working. The next thing, I think... Well, okay, here's a comment. My food situation is not dire. I still have a lot here, but I'm running out of the food that I grew back on Caldera. So maybe I ought to work on the farm. And the farm is going to be over here. All right, let's do that. So I've laid out some conveyor that I want to assemble, and how do I show this to you easily? My build planner has a couple of the conjunctions and a couple of the tubes on there. Now I'm clearly going to get more than I want. Rather, I can't fit all of them on the build planner all at once, right? I've got it laid out here across, and then underneath here. So what I'm going to do is use the welding ship. I've connected to the connector here that doesn't have sorting, so nothing's going to get pulled automatically. Go to the inventory, select a decent cargo there, select the components here, and then hold Control and middle mouse button to withdraw 10 times and keep the blocks in the planner. There. 10 times the amount. And let's do it again, just in case. Now... hopefully this is going to be more than enough to weld up those guys, and the fact of the matter is I can weld them through the floor here. Alright, I think that works out pretty well. And now I can just dump that stuff back where it belongs by connecting to this first one. Well, I'm happy with how well this is working. And having those scripts control the inventory for me, definitely a good idea. Now, let's lay out the farm. Well, I think I figured it out. So, we have a connection to the main storage system here, and a sorter, and the only thing that this sorter is going to let in is ice, gravel, and organic, right? And then this here is a storage container that's going to store excess ice, because the rest of this all has a tendency of turning ice into hydrogen and oxygen. I don't want that to happen. So extra ice stored here, and then it won't be able to get pulled back through because of these sorters over here won't let ice through. So these are all mushroom farms. And as we discovered previously, the mushroom farms, you can grow mushrooms without any seeds in them, I guess you could say. So these are all just going to grow mushrooms using organic, gravel, and ice. And then all of those mushrooms are going to be able to pass through this conveyor sorter into the composter here. And the composter is going to turn all of those mushrooms into organic. But then all of that organic is going to be able to pass through this conveyor sorter, where it's then going to be able to feed into all of these different types of farms. We've got 2 wheat farms, 2 soy farms, a bunch of apple farms, a bunch of pumpkin and cabbage farms, and then over here we've got herbs and 2 more mushrooms. And that is all of those. And then from there, I'm going to be able to reconnect to the conveyor there. So probably like this. One there. One here. There. And one like that. And now I just have to weld it all up. Which is going to be problematic because I have things underneath things that I need to weld. Ugh. Maybe I'll redesign that a little bit. Give it so that I have walkways in between things. I had kind of wanted to be able to put lights on the ceiling up top to act as like grow lights. I'll still do that, yeah. Alright, but I figured out, I've explained it to you, so let me get to it and welding it all up. That should be the last of it then. Yeah, now I just gotta clean up all my spare welders. Nice. Spread them out a little bit, fills up the space a little bit better. That's fine. I don't know which one's gonna produce more. I'll have to run them for a while to see which one I think is the one that needs to be more on all the time. Anyway, the other thing that's occurred to me is I don't have a what's it called? A bunch of seeds. I don't have a bunch of seeds for this. So I'm gonna have to go get them. Now, I know that there is seeds on, what's it called? The caldera. But I also know that they sell seeds at economy stations. So I wouldn't mind figuring out where a nearby economy station might be. Let's grab this while I'm at it. Go. Now, I have one on my person already. The RLSR station. But it's way over there. 12,000 away. So I know there's this moon here. There might be one in orbit around that moon. That stuff is close. Oh, it's just chunks of scrap metal. There might be one on that moon. I don't know of an easy way to find more of them because they haven't spawned yet, so I can't like search for the what's it called? Word. words. They're not like in Alt F10, the entity list, right? They're not in here. Heck, the one that I already have isn't even in here. It has to, I have to get close to it in order to make it spawn. So, let me give it a think and see if I can come up with a way to maybe find something without having to take the sled 12,000 kilometers away. Although, I mean, I suppose if I unload the Espelta, empty out the cargo tanks, I could probably do it without too many jumps. What's the max distance on my jump drive? Let me figure that out. Maximum jump distance is 3,289. And that's just over 4 jumps and I'd get back to Caldera. And I know that there's that really tiny moon outside Caldera that last time it had two economy stations on it. I guess it's just a matter of doing a few jumps to get over there. Maybe I'll grab a bunch of metal plates while I'm at it and I can like weld these things up. Or maybe I'll just jump over there quick and just rely on the fact that I've got 3 reactors working here to charge things back up real fast. Yeah, let me do that. Alright, we've got the Espelta parked off to the side. We've got these guys over here. I am going to just be a little paranoid about leaving those turned on or off because I don't want them cleaned up by mistake. Everything else has got power. Let's pull back out of here in the pilot house. We are backing up. Oh, you know, I never actually replaced the batteries, so everything on here is running straight off of the refiner, or reactors. Oh. Scrape the hull, the turret a little bit. Alright. Well, sled definitely feels a little more maneuverable without everything attached. Anyway, let's get going. Oh wait, no, I don't. Yeah, that should be plenty of space. I don't want to accidentally land in the gravity well. No, that wouldn't be the case, right? Yeah, right. And away we go. Oh, that worked out perfect. All right. Well, pretty straightforward. Let's get in there and see what they have to say about buying data pads. That's what you'd use to get locations of new places. That's contracts. I think I have plenty of money. Oh, dang it. I don't have plenty. I have 10,000. But 10,000 might be enough for me to buy... Ah. Dang it. Alright, maybe the other one will have what I'm looking for. I'm just going to leave the ship parked here, though. Jump down there on the jetpacks. Alright, let's check this out. And I just realized I'm in gravity here. Well, not here, but just below here. That could be bad. Store. It's also selling. Dang it. Well, that's problematic. What am I gonna do now? Come on. Alright. Where's the other station? Over that way? Yeah, it's, if I were to try and cut through that, I'd end up hitting gravity and running out of hydrogen real quick. Alright, so, as you recall, maybe you recall, I had to rebuild this world after I had made it to the first station I'd gotten to and bought notepads with other locations on it. And seeing as neither of these panned out, I think what I'm going to do is go to where that station's supposed to be. So here's spectator cam going all the way down here. And you'll see there's nothing here. Well, there is something here. It's just it's not here yet. So get in close to the ground so don't take too much damage. Teleport here. F6.
Fuel critical.
My fuel is gone. Great. And here I am. Now this one really ought to not be selling any ships. At least I hope it doesn't. Alright, let me make my way up, see what I can get. And here we go. Data pads. There we are. I can't even buy one. Let's see, can I sell? I could sell a couple of steel plates. Can I sell? No, can't. Well, my account balance is high enough now to be able to buy one. Let's do that. Plenty of work available at this GPS marker. Now, where might that be? "87 kilometers that way." Alright, let's take a look. What could I do? I could... Maybe go grab some cobalt ore. Sell it. Or I guess, you know, since I'm using commands to get here, I could just do this. Okay. Now I can buy all the data pads. And I can get all of these GPSs back where they should be. All right, made my way back up into space. Got those GPS markers laid in, and I'm seeing a handful over that direction. One over here. SOTK seems to be pretty busy. There's another one, 24 over there, 30 over there. A few on the Caldera planet. Well, ignore that for right now. But what I'm happy to find is that there are multiples over there by the sled park. So let's get back to the sled park and see which of these stations are actually close by my space base. Okay. Well, I didn't bother making a cut jump of the... But man, it is really annoying having to jump a long distance. I got back in. I am here, and I have several options. We've got a station, 2 of them it looks like, orbiting the large planet, and then 1 on a moon 2,000 kilometers over. So here's all of my old stations. I'm going to clean them up, figure out which one of those I want to get to first. Alternatively, and so I feel like I'm having a couple of conflicts with the different mods here, because I didn't see seeds or vegetables or anything like that in any of these old, in any of the stations I looked at a little while ago. So let me clean up my GPS some and try and figure out which of those 3 it is that are close by. Maybe I can hit one of them up without it being, without being problematic. I hope that's not... I hope it's in orbit, not on the planet. I don't think the planet is supposed to have anything on it. No, it's in the planet. That's annoying. Let's just go back to home. Figure this out some other way. Alright. You know what? Oh, I'm recharging, that's what. So, as I was saying, I think that this episode is about ready to wrap up. Wait, no, I wasn't saying that. Anyway, I am now saying that this episode is ready to finish. I think I'm gonna have to figure out some other way of getting around. Like, maybe I could build some more jump drives on the sled here. The sledge. Let's do that. I suppose if I pop in some more jump drives into, this area down in here, get rid of this cargo container, put more jump drives into here. That could work. Does that cargo container am I required to keep it? No, it's extra. Alright, well, I'll figure that out next time. In the meantime, I appreciate you joining me today on Survival Records. I do hope that you will join me in the future. I hope you enjoyed this episode and liked it. And until next time, Thanks for watching.